Thank you, Mandisa. It is a good morning, 17 minutes after 7 o'clock. It's Monday, June 23rd, 2014. You made it to the second full day of summertime. I know the first day was really Saturday, but it wasn't a full day, Robin. I don't know where your microphone is.
Yeah, here it is. I see it. It's been bright sunny.
70 degrees here at the Paddock Mall, and we're ready to begin.
There's a sticker on the window.
There's a what?
There's a sticker on the window.
A sticker on the window?
Yeah. I can see it on this side. It's an oval sticker. It says something, but I can't tell what it is.
It's on the outside or on the inside?
I'm not sure. Check that out. We'll see.
Somebody put a sticker on our window.
Yeah.
What does it say?
I don't know. Holiday. Something holiday.
All right.
Yeah, something holiday.
All right, we'll have to remove that thing. No stickers allowed. No stickers allowed.
No. Rules of conduct.
All right, we have the rules of conduct. You don't want to violate the rules of conduct. They're posted right on the wall right there. The code of conduct for the Paddock Mall. All right, we've got a good show planned. 7:35 this morning. Can you believe the 4th of July is less than 2 weeks away?
Yep.
Can you believe people are debating whether we should change the national anthem?
That is insane.
Well,
totally insane.
Some people don't agree with you.
Totally insane.
I want to read to you some of the statements left on the internet from people who are against changing the national anthem from the Star Spangled Banner to whatever.
Oh, my gosh.
And I want to read some of the statements of people who are for changing the Star Spangled Banner.
Gosh.
Did I say the same thing twice?
No, you didn't.
Some people are against it. Some people are for it. Okay, so I'll read you some of the statements from some of the people engaging in this online debate. I don't know that there's any audible debate anywhere. I couldn't find one. And so therefore it's probably, it's kind of a moot point, I guess, if people are just arguing about something online these days, right?
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, there is a discussion that we should change our national anthem from the Star Spangled Banner to something else, and we'll open up the phones. We will respect you if you disagree with us.
Yep.
It's the way we are, usually.
Yeah, we're easy.
8:35 this morning, News Bites. Lots of news out there, of course, around the world and around town and everything in between, so we'll deliver that news to you bite-sized. We'll shorten it. Dan Kish is coming on at 9:05. There's a story in the Star Banner this morning, or was it yesterday, regarding how we could benefit from a natural gas pipeline that would pass through western Marion County. Mm-hmm. This discussion this morning with Dan Kish is not about that pipeline. It is instead about the Keystone XL pipeline, bringing crude oil out of Canada and down to as far south as, is it Oklahoma?
Yeah,
I can't remember where it was going to. And, of course, most of you are familiar with this controversy. But anyway, Dan Kish is the Senior Vice President of Policy at the Institute for Energy Research, and he's going to talk about the Keystone XL pipeline.
Yeah.
9:35, Chelsea Hightower is coming on. She's a professional dancer and choreographer. She's been on Dancing with the Stars. She served as ABC's blogger for the TV show that I just named. Her topic is Underground Railroad for Sex Slaves, the nonprofit organization that has rescued 67 child and adult sex slave trafficking victims.
Yeah.
The world is nuts. I am telling you, the world is nuts. Lots of evil, perverted people out there.
Evil.
Just lots of them.
Evil.
But hold on, because when I get to the Galen segment, you're going to hear about some wonderful angelic people in this world.
Oh,
so
nice.
I do have a counter to that. Matt Gibbs is going to be... I can't wait for Matt to come in today. 10:05, Matt will be here from Sunrise Automotive, huh?
You're excited.
I'm excited because I want to share... I want to share how amazing he is, really, because he fixed my car, and it's not the fixing of it that amazes me. And any of you who have these mechanical skills, I'm always amazed because I don't have them. Mm-hmm. But Matt heard my problem. Heard it. Yes, with his ears. He didn't hook up a computer. Of course, he gave me a wild ride down Highway 27 in order to hear it.
That was fun.
But auto repair with personal care, your questions, of course, are an important part of that show. So we hope you call in and ask a question or two, or call in to comment. Mm-hmm. Maybe call me a wimp. Come on, Larry, that wasn't much of a ride. You got to be kidding.
He's like a race car.
10:35 this morning. Listen to this. How big is the army that is threatening Iraq? How big is that army? Do you know?
No, I
The
don't.
Islamic State of Iraq and Levant. How many soldiers do they have, do you think?
Oh, maybe 300,000.
They have 7,000.
Oh my God.
How many soldiers do you think the Iraq army has?
Okay, 10,000.
250,000.
Wow.
They have 250,000 soldiers. And those 250,000 soldiers are being bullied by 7,000 soldiers.
Oh my.
How is that
gosh.
possible?
That is nuts.
Why is that happening? There are other details too. The Iraq army has tanks, planes, and of course, American training.
Yeah.
The other guys, the bad guys, they don't have a tank, they don't have a plane, and they've basically taught themselves how to fight.
Oh, gee.
So let's talk about this, and let's talk about the opinions of people who know more than I, because I do have some research material that I want to share with you. Why is there such a crisis in Iraq right now? There are conflicts all over the world right now. I have a list of the conflicts. You'd be surprised how many conflicts. But yet this one gets our attention. This one gets our government asking us what we think about sending more troops over there,
Oh my God.
as you know.
Yeah.
So why is it? Why is it that 250,000 soldiers cannot fend off 7,000 soldiers? Why is it that they need the world? Rand Paul wrote in a Wall Street Journal op-ed piece. He says we would never have gone into Iraq under Ronald Reagan, and says, and if that were the case, he would agree with President Reagan if in that fictional scenario. What do you call that when you make something up like that? But Marco Rubio disagrees. He says Rand Paul is wrong. He says we should go in there with troops on the ground. I say, why, when we have 250,000, does anybody realize the size of the armies over there?
I didn't realize that.
This is the thing we need to make sure everybody knows. We need to
Yeah.
make sure everybody knows that we have trained 250,000 soldiers to defend themselves, and they threw down their weapons after 2 hours. Wasn't that the story?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
That was the story.
So let's
That was so insane.
let's just talk about this. I want to make sure everybody knows how big or how small the opposing force really is. I want you to know how small it really is, and we got to ask ourselves, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
They're trying to manipulate us into sending more of our men and women over there.
Yep. They
For
certainly
what?
are.
For what? $1 billion embassy that nobody understands why it's so large, so expensive. What the heck?
Exactly.
All right, so we'll do that at 10:35. That's an important topic,
Gee,
but 10:35
very.
is the slot we have reserved for that. 11:05. Ashley Martini is a styling consultant. Boy, we go all over the map, don't we?
I know. Maybe we should send her over there. She'll
all
take
over
care
the
of it.
map. She's written a book called Style Teeny.
Yeah.
We're going from holy mackerel, modern warfare to how to fancy your hair.
That's right.
Is it about hair or
Teeny
clothing?
process. Everything.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
She assists both women and
All right.
men.
It's an important topic,
and
kids.
men.
No, it's fun. I know. It's radio.
That's right.
It's the fun of radio.
Exactly.
All right. And then on Fun with Joe. Oh, man, this is a tough game today. I have a tough game for you and Joe.
Gosh.
I have paraphrased the titles of movies. You have to guess the name of the movie.
Oh, how cool is that? That I'm looking forward to.
All right. Like, for example, if I said to you, One More Than Two Millennium.
2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah, 2001. So there you go. So that's easy. So it's kind of like that, okay?
Okay.
And then our segment with Galen. I promised when I was talking about the nasty people, the sex slave people, the men who pay to have sex with these sex slaves, they're just as much, in my book, a pig as the guys and people trafficking these victims.
Sure they are. Pigs.
But there are some angels on this planet. And in the segment we have with Galen, this morning, I want to tell you about some of them. I have a list of 18 children who have been diagnosed with end-of-life diseases, who had the Make-A-Wish Foundation help them live the wish that they wanted to live.
Oh my gosh.
18 wishes that the Make-A-Wish Foundation has granted recently. This isn't like of all time. This is just 18 of the big ones. This is an amazing. Wait till you hear some of these. And I don't have all the whole story on some of them. I don't know. In some cases, I don't know their diseases or their conditions or even their last names.
Yeah.
But I can tell you what the Make-A-Wish Foundation did for certain children, and it's just a heartwarming story. So,
gosh.
We'll do that with Galen.
Beautiful.
And it's an important connection between Life South, because the bottom line is if somebody's facing a life-ending situation, blood might prevent that from happening. So
that's right.
All right, so what else did I want to do? Did I tell you everything? Yeah.
And Galen works with children, too. So.
Galen, yes, he does. Did I forget something? I feel like I forgot something. All right.
I don't know.
So this weekend we had fun. We went to the Habitat for Humanity first annual mud volleyball tournament.
Yep.
If you haven't seen what we saw and you want to take 8 minutes to kind of enjoy the fun of it, go to the WOCA, what do you call that thing, YouTube channel. And there's an 8-minute video that Robin and I made. If you want to watch it, it'll give you an overview of what happened, see some of the sights and some of the mud. They were having a hard time they did this at the Florida Horse Park. They were having a hard time getting the mud, and they were spraying it with water for like 3 days or something like that, right? The fire department came out and sprayed water. The folks over at the Florida Horse Park had this big water truck, and they were driving around. and I guess the water has a tendency to go where it wants to go.
It has a mind of its own.
And so they had 2 volleyball courts set up on this horse ring where horses normally perform or train or whatever they do. And so only one of the nets really had a substantial amount of mud.
Yeah.
Doug Engel was there from the Star Banner taking photographs, and he has some wonderful photographs posted on the Star Banner website.
That's excellent.
But he took all his pictures by the muddy area. Made sense, right? All right, we've got to move forward. Fox News is coming up, and then and we didn't talk about the Soccer World Cup thing. That's pretty exciting stuff too. All right, we'll take a little break. We'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.
Fox News Radio, I'm Steve Rappaport. Secretary of State John Kerry in Iraq for government talks as Sunni militants continue their rapid offensive.
This, of course, is rattling the international community because they are very fearful that if this landscape of ungoverned space becomes established as an Islamist